Hey guys, it's Cody, and tonight it's December the 14th, and it's time for our 14th night of Advent reading. We're going to change gears a little bit. The last few nights we've been over in the book of Luke, which is in the New Testament. We're going to flop back to the Old Testament again tonight. We're going to be in the book of Micah, so it's right after Jonah, Micah, and it's a short little old book. I think there's only maybe 7 or 8 chapters in it, and we're going to be in chapter 5 tonight, and we're going to read verses 2 through 5, but we're only going to read like the first sentence of verse 5 there in chapter 5. We saw last night that Mary went to visit Elizabeth, and she spent a little time there and gave her response as to why she felt like she was blessed by the Lord. And then we're going to kind of fast forward into the coming Messiah. So Micah is what's considered a minor prophet. This is his prophecy of the coming Messiah to the people of Israel. It says, Micah chapter 5, verses 2 through 5. It says, "But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of you shall come forth to me the one to be ruler in Israel, whose going forth are from of old, from everlasting. Therefore he shall give them up until the time that she who is in labor has given birth. Then the remnant of his brethren shall return to the children of Israel. And he shall stand and feed his flock in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God. And they shall abide. For now he shall be great to the ends of the earth, and this one shall be peace." So the first part of that prophecy is Micah saying, hey, the Messiah is going to come from Bethlehem. He's going to be born out of the city of Bethlehem. And when we look at Jesus' lineage, when we look back to Ruth, his great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother, and Boaz, they were from Bethlehem. David was from Bethlehem. That's where that's where he came from. Bethlehem is where, and that's where he was born, was in Bethlehem. So Christ fulfilled this prophecy right here by being born in Bethlehem. And Bethlehem was a small little, just a small little old town, just a little old country town. You would think that the Messiah, the most important figure of all of mankind, would be born in a thriving metropolis like Athens or Jerusalem, the capital city of Israel. But no, he was going to be born in a small little country town. And then it goes on, in that first verse there, in verse 2, it talks about his divinity, how divine he is, how he is God, because it says, the one to be ruler in Israel, whose going forth are from of old, from everlasting. That he's been there from the very beginning. It re-solidifies that Christ is God incarnate. Verse 3 goes on, and you might think as you read this, that's talking about Christ's first coming, but it's actually talking about his second coming in verse 3 when it says, therefore he shall give them up. So we're what's called the church age, which is, I'm not going to say that God has turned his back on Israel, but from the time Christ died on the cross, that started the church age, where Christ's love it's always been open to everyone, but the Gentiles, us as Christians, are seeing and feeling God's love more than ever. And God is silent towards the Jews right now because they turned their back on Christ when he was alive and walking on the earth here with them. It goes through there and says that until the time that she who is in labor has given birth. What that's talking about is the end times, when Israel has gone through everything, the whole world has turned on them and trying to attack them and wanting to wipe them off the face of the earth. That's the labor pains that Israel is going through. And then the Messiah will come back in those times. And it says, and he shall stand and feed his flock in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God, and they shall abide, for now he shall be great to the ends of the earth. When Christ comes back the second time, he's going to bring peace to the earth, and he's going to rule from one end to the other. So thank y'all for joining us tonight. Remember, we love you. God bless you. And y'all keep praying, and y'all come back tomorrow night.